Hi, I'm Rao.
I'm Chris.
I'm Rory.
We're in a Shikari. Yeah, it was awesome. We had a like an album release show on that day, so it's just a big party. It was really good fun.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. I mean, all the reactions so far have just been pretty mind-blowing, really, for us. Much better than we expected. Like, everyone already seems to know all the lyrics and think to all the new stuff, so really pleased.
Yeah, I think we're on track to sell 1 million albums next album.
Yeah,
That's the plan.
It's been great.
Yeah, it's been great so far.
Had a blast.
Lots of partying.
Yeah.
Not much sleeping.
Yeah, we always kind of go out of the blocks a little too hard, and then by the the end of the first week we realise that we need to calm down a little bit, otherwise we might not make it through the whole tour. But yeah, it's been great fun so far. All the reactions have been amazing, and yeah, we're just looking forward to seeing the New York reaction. Actually, it's gonna be fun.
Oh, I'm very happy with the Irving Plaza. Yeah, no, we just played. It was a tiny place in Poughkeepsie, and it's just like we played it before to like 20 people, which was perfect because you're just running around the whole venue, real old school vibes. It was awesome. But then we played it again, and it was, I don't know how, but they managed to ram like 300 kids in there, and it was ridiculous. So you couldn't move, and the ceiling was like there, and it just felt like a caged animal.
Apparently that was at the most packed they've ever seen it. Well, this one guy said to me, it's the most packed he's ever seen it. So I think a few laws might have been bent.
Yeah, I think they were.
Who wouldn't have gone out and bought the album?
I don't know, but for those
They don't even deserve to know the synopsis of the album. That was weird, we all did this at the same time.
Oh yeah. Rory, you go the other way.
Yeah, I was doing that way for a while, my legs like that.
Let me go back to this, shake it up a bit. The album, we tried, we didn't really think about it consciously that much at all, like what we were going to try and achieve musically or whatever. But it seems to do quite well in showing the full scope, the full spectrum of what Shikari can offer. So yeah, it's probably our most varied sounding album.
Sounds cliche, but there's something in there for everyone.
It's a pick and mix.
Yeah.
But yeah, the main thing is just trying to get people to sort of step outside of their comfort zone mentally. That every day you've got this normality around you, and you just become quite you can become quite complacent and just take it for granted. And this is normality. This is the high watermark of what society is, of what human progress is. So it's about just taking a step out of that, getting some perspective, thinking objectively about where we're going wrong and what we could do to better structure our society. Yeah. It's hard. Probably the best or the most important thing to do now is just spread education, like proper education, about not only what is possible with human ingenuity and technology and what we can look forward to, but as well the injustices and the kind of the very archaic, dusty old ways that we're we're still sort of clinging on to the institutions that we structure our daily lives with. So yeah, I mean, for us, the Zeitgeist movement is probably the biggest influence, and we learned so much from that. And so I would say, yeah, for anyone wanting to sort of try and, you know, spread a good message or start learning about things they can do to get involved, I would say check that out. Yeah, it started off just as out of frustration, out of clothes just being, I don't know, full of Nike logos and whatever else, and you know, I wear clothes like that as well, but it was like there's an opportunity there to use yourself as like an advertising board for something positive, for something real, rather than just like a company logo. So I just got some friends to make some designs, and then sort of put them up there, and yeah, spread some messages. And it's down at the moment, but got some new designs, and it's all going to be up in about a month. So. No, I try and keep it as global as possible, really. I think if a problem is real, then it affects us all. You know, if one person is being oppressed, then that oppression affects everyone. We're one species, we're one global family and one biosphere. So yeah, it's not. I mean, we don't even recognise countries anyway. So. No, I mean it's exciting. It's the first, almost global movement, and it's very physical. You know, it's in like everyone's view. You can see it. It's something that anyone can go down and join in. So yeah, I think it's great. Obviously, the media haven't really perhaps reported on it enough, or reported on it in the right ways, and they've been obviously very biased. And obviously the police have been shocking in the way they've dealt with a lot of it. Luckily in the UK we didn't have any trampling or anything like that, but yeah, it's all been moved on. But yeah, no, it's great.
I don't know, I just think whenever we're in the studio we just do what feels fresh to us at that time. I don't think there was ever a conscious effort to go softer, or like Ra says, we just want to show everybody the full spectrum of what we can do.
I think as well we're just sort of getting a bit bolder to sort of branch out and explore like even further ends of the spectrum.
And there's also something to be said for, we've been touring for what seems like forever, and we're normally almost always playing with a metalcore band that will sound exactly the same wherever we are on the globe. So when you have that sort of bludgeoned into you on a daily basis, you do kind of tend to concentrate on other forms of music when you're away from the stage. So yeah, as these guys were saying, our influences just kind of exploded into all types of music, and you get excited about it, and then you want to try and create it and add to it, I suppose.
We never get to spend time anywhere. So it's always straight on to the next place.
There's meant to be an after party going on tonight, but we're not even sure if we can make that because we've got nowhere to put the bus. You can't exactly just leave the bus in the middle of the street in New York, so we're going to try and get down there and have a few drinks at the end of the night. But yeah, we've got to move on. We've got to get through a border tonight. So something together there.
Yeah, I think bittersweet's a good way of putting it. Obviously, it's been a good few years before we've had a headline tour in the States, so we're really excited about that. But at the same time, like when you go home for a bit, and we're home for like a week or something.
Absolutely true.
Yeah. and you just start to
5
get
days.
settled in. You start to sort of pick up the pieces of your fractured home life, and then like put it back together, and then it's got to go away again. But then
Like breaking dropping the bars you've just glued back together.
yeah, exactly. But then you know you come out here and it's like just having such a good time. It's like so yeah, it's mixed emotions.